We know. You absolutely love challenges involving food, and today we're offering you something you'll find even more appetizing: 100 layers of food. Monica, Katie, and Ted are having a grand old time.
Hey!
Huh? Ted is the happiest of them all, which is understandable as he's got a mountain of burgers. Monica just about inhaled her small serving. That was fast. Though Katie won't be outdone by anyone, and she shows off her skills in quickly destroying food as well. Nice look, hun. Ted wants to make this round as impressive as possible and starts to build a tower of burgers. We've all dreamed of that at least once. Now it's one thing to build something, but another to make sure it won't come crashing down.
Ooh. Oh.
That didn't last long, but the taste has not been affected, thankfully. Oh wow, seriously? Mentos and Coca-Cola? We all know what comes from that particular combo. Filled with fear and with shaking hands, Ted opens his can of Coke. Well, that was underwhelming. You can all breathe a sigh of relief, and Ted can sip on his soda, no problem. Alright, now it's Katie's turn, and things are gonna heat up. That's a much bigger bottle. Boom! Hope that was refreshing. Too bad just about nothing at all is left for Katie to drink. Maybe if she wrings out her clothes, though? Last but not least in the slightest, we've got Monica. This is going to be a massive explosion. Guys, you might want to back away from the screens too, just in case. There she blows. Everyone was in the splash zone. Don't try this at home, kids. Your parents won't be amused by the results. Oops. We've got ice cream, we've got a spoon, but the two don't really match one another in size, do they? Everyone in our trio has been served up such a pairing. Funny stuff. Monica gave her spoon a go, but it just wasn't meant to be.
No!
It's out of here, and she's treating her treat like a finger food. Bit gross, really.
Bleh.
But manners be damned, the ice cream is gone. Everything Ted's got is just right. A medium-sized spoon for a medium-sized carton of ice cream. What a mess, Ted. Katie, that means you're up. That giant bucket of ice cream is insanely huge, and it's gonna take ages to eat it with that tiny spoon. The other two drift off as they wait. How much time has passed?
Whoa!
A day? A week? A year? Oh, she's frozen solid. What's with this measly serving? Ted isn't exactly living the dream either.
What?
And somehow Katie's plate is totally empty. How unfair, right? No one is particularly happy, but Monica knows that one Skittle is better than none. Ted, bit greedy, aren't you? But a showman all the same, too. Now that was quite the trick he just pulled off. Things keep getting stranger. What's with the umbrella?
Huh?
I don't think rain was in the forecast. Well, regular rain wasn't at least, but a Skittles downpour has already begun. If only bad weather was always this sweet. Candy rain and ice cream blizzards. That would be awesome.
Yeah!
Ted, Monica, what's with the faces? Yeah, a few candies went places that perhaps they shouldn't have, but that's no biggie. Now it's time for our heroes to finally feast. A Kit Kat. Do you love these crunchy candy bars? As it goes, the more chocolate you got, the tastier it is. Monica is drunk with power with all those Kit Kats before her. Monica, you need to take a chill pill right about now. Ted isn't going to put anything off. He's gonna dig in, small as his portion may be. That crunch is music to the ears. Katie? Whoa, go big or go home, huh, girl? If that's how she likes to eat, more power to her, I say. Though it is a tad frightening for those of us watching. Alright, now for the main event.
Wow!
Monica and her horde of candy bars. And would you look at this? She knows just how she wants to come at it all. Quite an interesting recipe. Though to pull this off, you need some specific superpowers like Monica's got. That's got to be a very sweet soup. Eggs? That's a far cry from the delicious chocolate bars from the last round. You three big egg lovers, by any chance?
What?
Yeah, no, guess not. Katie, you're the bravest. Start us off already. Ew, a raw egg right in the mouth? That is beyond disgusting. Ted won't be following her example. He's got what he thinks is a genius idea. We'll see. Hey man, be a bit more careful, would ya?
Oops!
And what's this going to be? An egg smoothie? It looks innocent enough, but the taste is just horrible. But who expected anything else?
Oh no!
What?
What's going on? Guys, any clue? I think this might be a special place for those who have already completed the egg round. But what about Monica? There's no saying no, my dear. That was an epic fall right into the pool made just for her. Raw eggs are everywhere. I wonder if she'll ever wash them all out of her hair and clothes. Not very nice to laugh at your friend. Ooh, I think all three of you may need a shower now. Oh no, peppers? Things aren't getting any easier. And for one lucky contestant, this round is going to be crazy hot. Namely, Ted.
Oh no!
We feel for you, man, but you knew what you signed up for with this challenge. Katie takes the tiniest nibble from her chili and feels the burn immediately. Oh!
Bleh.
Monica picks up her peppers and takes a bite out of all three. That was so brave. Wash it down with water now. Ted knows what awaits him, and there is nothing he can do to change it. Do it, man. There's no turning back. only way to douse those flames is with a bucket of water. Thank goodness their dishes came with plenty. Poor Ted. He needs a minute or two. That's it? One piece of gum? Ted's sitting a bit prettier, to be sure, but the big winner is Miss Monica by a long shot.
Bleh.
Katie isn't going to wait around. She pops her piece into her mouth.
What?
Turns out she's not exactly a master of blowing bubbles. But Ted thinks he can show everyone how it's done. He's got lots of practice in this field, but there's always a catch. Bubbles pop. Sooner or later. Ted, take your time and clean yourself up, bud.
Oh.
Monica isn't messing around at all. No tricks or funny business. She's simply shoving as much gum in her mouth as possible. And now she's going to show up even Ted's bubble. He's got nothing on her. This might be a world record. Someone call Guinness. Still attached to her balloon, Monica starts floating upwards. So long, hun. Have a nice trip and hold on tight. Sweet little gummy bears. Well, gummy bear. Ooh, now there's a whole lot more in that bowl. Not too shabby, but when there's a virtual army, that's even better. Katie wants to show off a bit with her one bear. If you don't have much, make it unforgettable. Ted loves to play with his food too. His mother would just be appalled by his behavior. It is pretty entertaining. Girls, don't be such sticks in the mud. What's with the judgy faces? Monica is on cloud 9 right about now. Wouldn't you be in her place? She's really rubbing it in the other two's faces. But her greed has really come back to bite her. Have you ever found yourself in this sticky situation? Who's got an idea on how to free up her hands from that mess? Well, when are we getting our snacks? Ooh, hubba bubba. I got the least for some reason. But I got a bunch. And I got even more. Yours is nothing compared to mine. Yeah, cool. Bubblegum. Jill, since you have the least, you go first. Sure, I'd love to. Even though mine is small, it's still really tasty. Obviously. I think I can eat all my Hubba Bubba at once. It tastes better that way. And it's faster. That was a piece of cake. Guess it went right down the wrong pipe. Help!
Ow!
Hey, look where you're spitting.
I thought my throat was gonna be stuck together forever.
Mary, now it's your turn.
Finally. Yay! I've got a bunch of small but delicious pieces. This will last me for a long time.
Yeah, you're probably gonna eat all that at once.
Yeah, you're right. It's not my fault though. It's just so good. Look, everybody, I'm gonna make a super bubble. Look at how big it is.
Whoa, that could take you to the moon. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm so high that even crows are flying past me. This is a real bird's eye view. Ah, the bird got me. Oh no, that's gonna hurt. I'm flying. Wow, that was a lot of fun.
Andy, you're the only one that's left. Great. Wow, that's so cool. This is the biggest piece of gum I've ever seen. The biggest and the most delicious.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Fantastic, even.
It looked big, but it only got me through a few seconds. There's gonna be a big bubble now. Watch.
Wow. Cool, so big.
Ugh.
You know, those bubbles really aren't that strong.
It was awesome. Like a ride.
Awesome!
I have a baby tiny gummy eyeball, but you got a big one. No fair.
Seems fair to me. Cool eyes. Agreed. Especially mine, because they're the biggest.
Everyone hold up. I got the smallest, so I'll go first. I even have a special fork for this. Darn it, it's just too slippery. Gotta get this sucker. No, I guess it turned out to be pretty easy. It might be small, but it's really tasty. And it's got an amazing jelly filling. Too bad I only got one.
Jill, now you go. Yay! I'm so happy and hungry. My eye is bigger, so not only do I need a fork, but also some scissors. That way I can eat this big boy much faster, and it'll be way easier.
Whoa!
Just as I thought, it's a dream come true.
I remember what it tastes like.
I just can't stop. It's so delicious that I can't even describe it with words.
Yeah, and your speed is impressive.
There's no other way of eating it. I want to gobble it all down. Oops. Excuse me.
That smells awful. I could have turned the other way, I guess. Good thing it's now my turn, but I'm gonna need a huge fork. This one is too heavy. Yeah, see, that's the thing. In order to hold on to such a big and slippery fork, I need some flour. That'll help my hands not be so slippery. Well, how's it going?
Look out! You've got something coming your way.
Be careful. Oh, I cannot stand this. Thank God it's so heavy. Thanks to that, the eye is yours.
No, it's not. Hands off. Even without a fork, I can still devour that delicious eye. You guys were right. It's so good. I've never tasted anything like it. See? I almost finished the whole thing.
Yeah, we don't need to see it. We can feel your scraps flying at us full force.
Maybe try eating more carefully.
I can't. It's so good that I'm not worried about manners. This is the smallest amount of ice cream I think I've ever seen.
I was a little luckier.
You? I'm the lucky one. Just look at this mountain of ice cream I got. There's so much of it, and I bet it's all so yummy.
I want that.
What are you waiting for? It's time to eat.
The truth is, there's no reason to wait. You're right. Time to eat. My ice cream is so small, though, that I can probably catch it in my mouth if I just toss it right.
Well,
All right, let's try.
ta-dam! Wow, it really worked.
Just
wipe your nose? Oh yeah, thanks. Darn, the ice cream's done. Now I just have to eat the cone. Well, I'm done. Jill, your turn. Go on, Jill. I don't want to play any games with mine. I just want to eat it ASAP. It's so good. So messy, right? So yummy! Why is it so dark? I wonder when she'll figure it out. The ice cream got stuck on my glasses. This is no good. I'm gonna need some new ones. Now I can see again. I can use the cone to scoop the ice cream off my glasses. This is pretty cool. Andy, your turn to dig in. Finally, I've dreamed of this delicious mountain of ice cream my whole life. I can do whatever I want with these scoops. I could just squeeze them in my hand, as long as I can eat it all. The ice cream is so delicious. There's so much of it that I got brain freeze. You're already blue. Maybe you should stop. No, I'm gonna push through to the end.
But you're frozen solid.
It's fine.